Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we're at question number 100 and this really should say 180, 181, not 182. So let me fix that real life. All right, that should fix that. Okay, so we're actually at question number 181 for DevOps and SRE interview preparation. If you're new to the channels, please subscribe because that's nothing for you, but it actually does wonders for my channel. So I would really appreciate if you did subscribe to my channel. Okay, so you may know from my other videos that I did some research on DevOps and SRE job descriptions out of 35 jobs. These are the keywords that came up from those 35 job descriptions, like the cloud or AWS or GCP came out 115 times, and towards the bottom you see system design came up 17 times. So when you're preparing for your DevOps SRE interviews, please focus on the first 6 or 7 a lot more than you would on the bottom ones like system design and containers. Although, as you can see, even system design came up 17 times out of 35 jobs, so they're not ignorable. You do have to spend some time at the top 8 or 9 topics studying them just a little bit, as of course not as much as the top 5 or 6 topics. So that was the reason for that research. Today we're at topic number 12, the Terraform. It's a very important topic, even though data suggests it's at number 12. My intuition and based on my experience, I think Terraform should be like top 3 or 4. It is used everywhere in DevOps. If you don't know Terraform, chances are very low that you're gonna get an offer for any jobs. You have to know Terraform. Okay, the question today is, if we were to design a Terraform code for making AWS security groups, how would you do it, right? Basically, what the interview is looking for is your knowledge of how security groups are made in AWS and how you could code them as infrastructure as code through Terraform. So the reason why the security groups is chosen because the coding for security group is just a little bit more complex than a somewhat easier resource like EC2. That's why this topic was picked. Okay. If you're in the job market, please take advantage of my career advisor, Floyd Spencer. He is giving out 1 hour free session to anybody who's in job market today. And I'm not financially affiliated with him. I recommend him all the time because he's so passionate about helping people, especially younger people. Okay, the answer to this question is, first of all, this one is a little bit more complicated, like I mentioned before, because security groups are actually made up of security group roles. So you can really go about 2 different ways to do about doing this. First of all, you can make a module for security and group rules. So you can then call that module over and over again to make one security group, right? So because the security group is really comprises of number of security group rules. So you can have 10 rules for that matter. So you can have a module for a rule, and then you can call that rule with different arguments to make up your security group, right? This is why this topic was chosen, because if I was to ask you about EC2, this would be a very simple answer. But when it comes to security group, it tests your knowledge about security groups themselves, and it tests your knowledge how you can actually design your code for this particular resource. The other way you can do that is if you have Terraform version 0.3 or higher, which is, it's been a few years now. Before 0.13 for Terraform was a real overall. It's like almost like a new tool. So in the later versions, you can actually have a CSV file for input. So your security group rules could be essentially built from the CSV file, one line representing one rule, and then based on n number of lines in the CSV file that you read through your Terraform code to build your security group overall, right? That's another way of tackling this problem where the security group is dependent on number of security group rules. It's basically two-layer problem. So I hope this was useful to you. If you have any further questions or something not clear, or you have a question that's specific only to you, or if you want me to cover a particular topic, please find me on LinkedIn. I will do my absolute best to help you as much as I can based on my time, or you can just leave a comment below. All right, I hope this was useful, and I will see you in the next one.